A government that robs Peter to pay Paul can always depend on the support of Paul. Beware of false knowledge, it is more dangerous than ignorance. Both optimists and pessimists contribute to society. The optimist invents the airplane, the pessimist the parachute. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. We don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing. The longer I live, the more convinced am I that this planet is used by other planets as a lunatic asylum. We are made wise not by the recollection of our past, but by the responsibility for our future. Write your sad times in sand. Write your good times in stone. People who say it cannot be done should not interrupt those who are doing it. The reasonable man adapts himself to the world, the unreasonable one persists to adapt the world to himself. Therefore all progress depends on the unreasonable man. I learned long ago, never to wrestle with a pig. You get dirty, and besides, the pig likes it. A life spent making mistakes is not only more honorable, but more useful than a life spent doing nothing. It is not enough to know what is good, you must be able to do it. The moment we want to believe something, we suddenly see all the arguments for it, and become blind to the arguments against it. The things most people want to know about are usually none of their business. Patriotism is your conviction that this country is superior to all others because you were born in it. The only time my education was interrupted was when I was in school. Some people look at the world and say why? Some people look at the world and say why not? The only person who acts sensibly is my tailor. He takes my measure anew every time he sees me. Everyone else goes by their old measurements. Progress is impossible without change, and those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. Newspaper, a device unable to distinguish between a bicycle accident and the collapse of civilization. The worst sin toward our fellow creatures is not to hate them, but to be indifferent to them. That's the essence of inhumanity. Now that we have learned to fly the air like birds, swim underwater like fish, we lack one thing: to learn to live on Earth as human beings. No diet will remove all the fat from your body because the brain is entirely fat. Without a brain, you might look good, but all you could do is run for public office.